Are you ready for the rough?
What's going on, guys? You all know that most of the ROMs have similar specifications, similar features provided in their ROMs, but this ROM is completely different from those, and we're going to be checking out its top features present inside it. So let's start it from the boot on, and the ROM we're going to take a look at is the Paranoid Android Beta 5. So we're gonna boot this ROM. Right, I'm using multi-ROM to boot the Paranoid Android. So here it goes. Pretty neat boot animation, I must say. And this is purely AOSP, which means it relies only on stock KitKat. Alright, we are booted up. As usual, we have the camera access, and we have the access to add more widgets from the settings inside. And this is a ROM which has no such things called paranoid settings. Everything is like access it right away. Right now I just pulled down the status bar and it asked me for accessing quick pull down or not, so I'm gonna give yes, which means I can pull down the toggles by swiping at the right side and the notification panel at the left side. The icon over here is for hover mode, so you get heads up display with that, and that's pretty sweet. And over here you can see two icons. Tapping on that gives the next alternative of the same toggle. Unfortunately, you don't have a whole lot of options on adding the toggles, but yes, you have the toggles that you require, so that's pretty neat. And the top features, here we go. First is the immersive mode. Yes, I need the pie control. Right, so this is immersive mode, best used for gaming. Now that we don't have the navigation bar, we get this pie control instead of the navigation bar. Even that's sweet again. You don't get the Google apps at first, you need to flash the gaps, but either ways the performance is just fast enough. With GPS on, let's take a look at the settings. Inside display, here's a special feature called the dynamic status bar, which you see in iOS, and dynamic navigation bar, notification peak. Going to advanced, you have the option of double tap to sleep and a handy screen recorder. So double tapping the status bar turns off the screen. Alright, so that is it inside this one. And what dynamic status bar does is that it matches the color of the app you're inside with the status bar. For example, now we get inside the Paranoid's OTA, and as you can see, the status bar's color changed. Getting inside phone, the status bar color changed. Inside browser, it changed, and that's pretty sweet enough. Now this is one such feature, that is the dynamic status bar. And inside buttons, you don't have much options for customizing the navigation bar. Storage, you do have the access of apps to SD, and you also have the access to theme packs. You can apply the CM11 and all such themes from the Play Store. One bad thing is that you don't really get much OTA updates, so it's just once in a month or in such way. For finally a small touch up of the status bar settings, you just get to change the battery icon by tapping on this. You have options like bar and percentage, circle for those who prefer the cyanogen matte kind of look, circle and percentage. This is what I like and prefer. And nothing much is there to talk about this one. This is a pretty sweet one. Oh yes, there is one last thing you would like, is the card stack view of the recent apps. So this is what you get in Android Lollipop 5.0. So this is pretty sweet. And you also have the floating mode of apps, so that's actually floating in your desktop. Okay, and that's pretty handy again. So that is it. The performance is pretty neat, and the battery performance of this ROM is also not bad enough. I have just booted it just now, so I cannot really remark on that. Pretty much this is it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
Are you ready for the rough?